Hello, my name is Lawrence Tam. I want to thank you for coming here and interested in learning what is a blog, how it can help you, why traffic is easily generated on a blog, who should use it, how do you actually build a successful blog. But a little before we go into that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Tam. I used to be a mechanical engineer, retired at the age of 33, based around the technology of what a blog is, right? We'll go into that. I've been doing it since 2009, selling everything from dog food, cat water fountains, vacuum cleaners, direct sales, weight loss, doesn't matter. I've built most of it through a blog, made myself enough money to retire my accountant wife and myself from engineering, all based around blog technology and understanding why blogs are critical for your success. If you're trying to sell purses, you're trying to sell real estate, or you just want to get your word out, and we'll go into that, right? So let's go dive into the material. Let's go and determine and define what really is a blog. Like, what is a blog? So a blog is a personal website, but how is it different from a static website or a standard website? So people will always ask the question, well, what is a blog? A blog is a website, but a blog is more of a non-static, or I could say a moving target. I like to say an ever-growing, ever consistently on-topic website. This is a blog, and the definition from Wiki would be, it is a regularly updated weblog. It's a weblog. Weblog. That's what it is. It's a weblog. It's like a journal. It's built so that it's going to be taking more and more content, more and more updated material, and that's what search engines want. So without talking about a blog and why you need it, we need to actually talk about who uses a blog and who interfaces with the blog, why actually use that. See, the blog is really just a standard website. It's just a standard website. It's a standard website, but it's constantly being updated, and this is what search engines want. Now, why is it important that you know why a blog is used with search engines? Because that's the full reason why you actually have content, is to be found by search engines. The primary traffic most people get in a blog. Now, there's multiple other ways to get traffic to your blog, but the easiest and the best way is considered SEO, search engine optimization. Now, this is going to be a very easy way to digest this. We'll be going at a pace that you can take notes and understand why these are important, why these interact with each other. The blog interacts with search engines because search engines, when you go on Google or Yahoo or MSN or, or I guess Bing, and you type in, what is a good place to eat? And then it gives you a bunch of different results. Those results are being found by search engines. But search engines, they love blogs. Why? Because it's always feeding the search engine more food. It's like a dog, or better yet, a stray animal who comes to your house and you continue to give them food. They're going to keep coming back, and they love it. That's why this blog works so well, because when you give it weblog, it's an actual ongoing daily journal, or whatever your frequency is. Whenever you give it content, the search engine is like, hey, you got more food for me. See? Now, why would you want to use a blog? Many different ways why you want to use a blog. I guess first way is to get your message out. You have a message. Some messages are so you can make money from. Say you're in real estate. Say you own a pet grooming business. Say you own a landscaping business. Your message is you have a service or a product that someone would like to have or need, and you want that message delivered to them. This is a perfect way to do it. Perfect way. Because blogging is such an easy way to get your message across. The message doesn't have to be about selling something. The message could be multiple things. It could be about causes. Like, what do you mean by causes? Churches. Every single church should be using some type of blog to push the causes, like building water wells, mission trips. See, when you have a static website, a website that doesn't move, like a static website, a very traditional static website is you go there and all it is one page, one picture, about you, the mission statement, contact, and maybe some FAQ. There's not much meat. It's like if you're hungry and they're giving you like a little piece to taste. And you're like, I want more. So those are drawn to wanting you to contact them, but not really information rich. And search engines don't really like them so much. Why? Because it's like the same food. Like if the animal comes back to you and you're giving them the same dirty bone, they're like, why would I want to come back tomorrow? Weblogs, on the other hand, see, when you have sermons, every week you have a new message. New messages should then be like a weblog, put onto the blog, updated. Blogs are a very specific way that every single type of person, be it causes, but the message is still the same, getting your word out. If you're trying to sell a house, maybe you're trying to sell a car. You know, maybe you do eyelashes as a business and you're like, we have a running sale only for this week. Great way to showcase that. So the way you want to use that is you want to use it also for branding. Branding is, here's the deal. You just started a business. You're a sandwich shop down the road. How do you differentiate yourself from all the big chains? Or how do you differentiate yourself from the next sandwich shop 6 blocks away? A lot of it comes from branding. Now, what is branding? Branding is basically, that's the shop with the pastrami sandwich. That hot dog place is the bomb. If you want a good breakfast sandwich, that's the place. It's branding. You get known for something. But how do you get known for something if you never really update your audience, if you never really show them what you're emphasizing on? See, the idea with this is, if you are marketing to everybody, you market to nobody. But with this, you can continue to hit what you need to do for your core audience, your core target audience, your core niche. Now, what is a niche? It's basically who you're really trying to talk to, your message. Your message can't talk to everybody. It got to talk to the exact person who has that pain or that discomfort or that need, so you can service them. And it doesn't have to be about money. What if your goal is to educate the world about the beauty of mathematics? What if you feel like you're a math teacher and you're only teaching 30 students per semester and you really want the language, the universal language of math, spread more? A perfect way is a blog. Now, why use a blog versus some other method of communication or word to get your branding out? Because they know it's yours. This is you, and when they trust you, trust is built through a brand. Because let's say you're an awesome math teacher, you have a really cool way of helping people understand trigonometry and calculus. You put that in your blog and just have lessons. Every time a lesson comes out, it's chronologically ordered, it shows up as you post them, and you can group them and organize them for digestion. But really, it's your own class at that point. The blog is a perfect way for you to get that message out and not having to worry about, well, how do I make money at this? How do I maintain that? A blog is so inexpensive to maintain. There's many different ways to do it. We'll show you some different ways we do it. The thing with the blog is there's a lot of things behind the scene, but a lot of it's prepackaged. So it's way easier than using a static blog, okay? So online exposure, you want to do personal branding, and I always love soapbox. You know, soapbox, or bar soap. Soapbox. If you just got something on your shoulder, if you just got something on your heart, let's say you're fighting for same-sex equality. Let's say you're fighting for minorities who get into the workplace. Let's say you want to help kids get their driver's license before 18. What if you're trying to lower the drinking age? If you can fight in a war, why can't you drink? If that's your message, soapbox it. Soapbox is a perfect way to get your message out on a blog, because you can continue to have more content and more data and more reasons why someone should listen to you, because you're building your brand at the same time. on your soapbox. It can be anything. Why you should spay and neuter your animals, your cats and your dogs. If you just, like, you work at a pound, you're like, man, we really need to fix this. There's too many animals. We need to get the message out. The message. You can get the message out on a blog. How? If you own an animal clinic or you're a veterinarian and you really want to get the message of spay and neutering, have a bunch of pictures of animals who keep coming in. It's like, look, we can reduce this type of travesty of having so many uncontrolled dogs and cats in our area just by spay and neutering, and then you can push them to a service that you host or that you recommend to solve that problem. See, it's gathering a tribe of people, a collection of people who see what you see. Who see what you see. You understand that? You understand that? That's like me trying to, at my job, no joke, when I was working, I had a push and I was going to push this message onto a blog. Why don't employees who wash their hands use soap? Do they think it's clean? That's the type of material I put on my blog. Why? To me, a father with 3 kids, I want people to wash their hands with soap, not just with water. Makes no sense. But common sense doesn't matter. You're trying to push a message that you believe in your heart needs to be spoken with. And it's not to please everybody. It's not to get everybody into that. It's to build a brand, build trust, get the message out, and have some causes, okay? So why else use a blog? Okay. Awesome way to interact with all the other social properties, okay? So here we go. You can use these are the main ways I've been able to just really push your brand, your why. Maybe you're trying to sell some houses, maybe you're trying to build a business, maybe you're trying to get more funding for your PTA, Parent Teachers Association, trying to raise some school funds. These are the primary ways of conveying that information. Using an article, like a document or a Word document or an essay, 500 words, 50,000 words, a book, an ebook. It's written, okay? And then there's video. Like when someone shoots a video and they have a message, hey, you need to go pick up your dog crap because that's not allowed in this neighborhood. And you post that out in your community, and your subdivision's like, oh yeah, we need to have strict enforcement. If your dog walks on a leash, it needs to be on a leash, you need to pick up the dog poop, right? That's the video. And then images are like 1,000 words. You've heard this, or it's 1,000,000 words. You just have images and people relate, oh, I get it. You can interact all 3 types of these types of vehicles to communicating with another human being on a blog. The blog interface with one or all 3 at the same time. This is an easy way. There's no need for crazy coding and I don't know what this hash thing, but look, super easy. If you were to look at this, a blog is just a standard website, but it can include a video, have written words, and have pictures in it. It can have a video, it can have words, it can have a picture, it can have one of or both of or all 3. It doesn't matter. That's the flexibility of having a blog. It interfaces with all of that. So if you're really good, if you're a really good writer, you'll primarily be doing a lot of writing. If you're really good at artistic views and you're really good at taking good shots, you're a good photographer, and you're really good at, what does that picture say to you? Images. But if you're just dead funny on a video and you like to speak more versus writing more, you can use a video to do that. That's the power of a blog because you can get it out there so much faster. Easy to implement. The blogs are built to accept these types of communication, and that's why you gotta be using it, okay? Other thing, okay? Social integration. What is social? Not your neighbor. Your neighbor kind of counts, okay? But here we're talking about right? Did I miss one? Ah. Dot. There's a lot of them, okay? So these are the big ones I've pinpointed, because these are the ones I primarily use, okay? These are the one I use. So social networks, which have billions of people, the second largest website in the entire world that has more people than every country out there is Facebook. Everyone and their mom, which is funny because there's probably a lot more moms than dads on Facebook, but there's so many people on Facebook, you gotta be using Facebook. And you know what? All of this blends perfectly with the blog. So if you're really good at Facebook and like, well, should it's time for me to blog? Yes, it's time for you to blog. I'm really good at Twitter. Should I be tweeting and also building a blog? Yes, you should be building a blog. They all speak to each other. They all like each other. It's kind of like peas and carrots. They're both vegetables, right? They just go together. Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these. Instagram, I missed Instagram on there. Let's go ahead and write Instagram. Because I use that too. There's a lot of different ways. Pictures, social networks, words and pictures, social Facebook, social updates, Facebook social updates with pictures and video. All of this, oh, and I almost forgot, YouTube. So many different ways to interact with your blog. You have the three main ways, and these three main ways are then altered on different social methods that then all interact with the blog. This is critical. If you want to build a strong cause, if you want to get on a strong soapbox, if you want to help more people see your vision, why people should cut their lawns and not bag it, because the more you bag your grass clippings, the more landfill trash we have, that's a good cause, right? Or not watering your lawn every single day, that's a good cause. And these are the things you can get on a blog, because no one can tell you what you can and cannot say unless you don't own the blog. This is why it's important to be able to pay for a service that allows you to speak your mind, right? Well, outside of the crazy stuff, but some blogs, if they're free, it's not really free. There's restricted speech on there, and there's a lot of stuff like they don't want you to sell anything on there. Well, I don't want to go into that. That's craziness. You want to use a blog that allows you to express yourself with all these different types. There's many different types of blogs, but I want to go into the general set of what a blog can do. Social interactions, being able to get the content that you like to get the content out, article, video, images, using social media like Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Good. So, who are the type of people who can use a blog? Like, let's really dig down. Let's see if it's really talking to you. If this is really you, and do you really need a blog? Let's check this out. I've spoken already. First person I like to always think about is the person who is running a nonprofit, right? Like a church. So, an example would be a nonprofit for a church. You have a sermon every, say, Sunday, maybe you do another sermon Saturday in a different language. A blog is a fantastic way to have your message to your congregation every single week, and then you can have that sent to them passively. All you have to do is go visit our blog. Go visit every week. Just go visit our blog. You don't have to give the entire website link, because they'll know where it is once they see it. And you know what? They'll get updates from it. They'll see, oh, this was posted last week. Oh, I missed 2 weeks ago because I was on vacation. Oh, I was sick that day and I couldn't attend. This is a perfect way to get your message to your people, your congregation, right? So another one would be, and this is what I focused on when I was part-time as an engineer. I wanted to focus on selling so I can get out of engineering, which I did at the age of 33. 12 years of engineering, got out of it, and got my wife out of accounting through selling things. Like, what can you really sell on a blog? Remember, there's 3 types of ways you can actually get information out there, right? You have eBay, article marketing, you have video marketing, and image marketing. So what are the stuff in different ways you can start selling stuff? Well, I mean, there's tons of stuff like Etsy, there's like Amazon, there's like eBay, there's info products, there's your own products, there's affiliate products. List goes on and on and on. So you can sell things, real estate, selling homes, warranty, sales, like if you sell life insurance, Why would I go into life insurance? See, life insurance agents crack me up. We always have a bad stigma. Oh man, that person's coming to me because they're trying to preach to me the whole doom and gloom. If you die, you do X, Y, and Z. If you die, your kids don't get this. Well, see, the thing is with the insurance agent, there's many different ways you can educate your audience with the blog of the benefits, or showing case studies without actually forcing someone to go, hey, John, if you die, you owe this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. A blog can show the benefits of having life insurance and what it can do for you. Mary just had her husband pass away. She didn't have to pay for the funeral. The life insurance kicked in. Now she's able to still have Johnny go to college because that. See, it's the feel good. People love feel good, right? It's like a movie. You go in and like, oh man, John died, but then Peggy came in and had the life insurance set up. That's how you use selling on a blog, but it needs to be constantly updating on different case studies, customers you run into, testimonials, happy clients. Think about it. If you had a static website, it'd be so much harder to update if you had 50 clients that came in and asked you, hey, this is a fantastic service. More people need to know about what you do and what you provide. A static website would be just kind of hard to update. A blog is a fantastic way. Hey, last week, Amber V from Wisconsin sent this video in showing why it's so important to have insurance coverage on your home, your automobile, and your life. And then you just have that testimonial. A blog, fantastic way to get the information out there. Selling homes. Do you sell just one home? Is it just the one home you're trying to sell and that's it for their entire career? No, you sell multiple homes. You do volume. Maybe you're a rental. There's so many ways. You showcase your properties on the blog. So you have a business card, someone goes, hey, I'm new in the area, what are some hot places I can live in this area? You give them your card, your blog then has them categorize different areas of the city, different price ranges. You can even organize it 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 3,000 square foot and up, what does and does not have a pool. That can all be organized on a blog as a real estate agent selling homes. And it's your property. It's your information. You're building your brand as the expertise. People buy from those that they know, like, and trust. Giving people valuable information without having to chase them down. It's the law of attraction marketing. Give them value. They see it and they go, oh, that house looks beautiful. And they call you. You're no longer cold calling people. Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy? They're like, Donnie, I saw that pool and I saw those palm trees. I'm done. I'm in. Where do I sign? And that's all passive through marketing on a blog, right? Now, all these other places I'm talking about, these are just examples. Like, I like Etsy because you sell purses and women love selling just trinkets and things. And they're like, Lawrence, how do I sell more of my custom-made handbags? And I go, do you have a blog? If you're only putting all your information on a selling website, that's the only type of traffic you get from there, right? And I wouldn't be sending forced traffic to there. I would send it to your own place so you can control the message, the feel, and how it looks. Very important. If you're selling anything on the internet, you got to have a blog. It's an easy way to share with what other people need. Oh, I need some new tennis shoes. Oh man, my carpet's dirty. I need a new vacuum cleaner. My cat is always meowing at me because I never have fresh, clean water, and they love it when I turn on the faucet for fresh water. Maybe you're selling cat water fountains. I was selling cat water fountains. How was I doing it? On a blog. The benefits of why your loved kitty cat needs fresh water running out of a stream, not sitting in a pool. And that can be all conveyed on a blog so you can sell it. Get it? All right, so one part is selling. One part, this is more online selling. So online selling, most people are familiar with this because they're like, well, how else? If it's online, I'm going to sell it. This is more traditional, right? But there's many different things like, how about landscaping? Right? How about hair shops? How about service centers? Let's say you own a oil change facility down the street. You want to get more people? Why don't you show all the happy people who go through your website on a blog that's constantly being updated versus a static website that just goes, hi, we're down the street. If you had a blog that constantly had, new truck came in, had an issue, we fixed it, here's the testimonial from this customer. Here we have a new coupon coming out next week, it's only available to the first 100 customers. Easy ways to update. It doesn't take an army of technicians or programmers to run a blog. One person can run this. Like myself, I ran my one blog with that. And that's awesome because you want to know why? Once you get good at one blog, what stops you from running hundreds? In 2010, I had over 50 blogs talking to specific niche groups. Why? It doesn't take a lot. You get the content out there, you have different messages, you have different types of audiences, and you set the blog out. Super inexpensive, it's inexpensive to set up, easy to maintain, and it's there, and search engines love it. Okay, good. All right. So we have nonprofit, we have selling. This is more internet-based, right? But then we have the more traditional. Well, what about accountants? True story, my personal accountant goes, Lawrence, how the heck did you retire so quickly? And I see this money coming in. Is that really all from online? Like, yeah, a lot of it's from advertising, using a blog, promoting services, promoting myself, building myself up as an expertise in my field. You're an expert in your field in accounting, in tax accounting. Do you want help with that? So that's the way we have services with my accountant. I show her, look, you should be marketing with the blog showing, here's 3 stupid, simple ways you can avoid paying extra taxes and probably save yourself at least $3,000. Here's a way, and I'm going to show you my blog. And just display it out on your blog, either through a video or through an article, maybe through some pictures. Make sure you download this form. This form will save you a bunch of money. Your blog post has a post. You embed, you just attach, super simple. You attach the actual attachment for the document that they need. You just attach it and they can download it. Accountants, lawyers, right? Like what if you own, like we were talking about sandwich shop, food. I like to say food trucks. Food trucks with a blog integrated with social media, that is the awesomest way to get viral exposure. Integrating social media, a blog, and why? You want one way to collect all the social media into one spot. So you have like pictures from Instagram, you have embedded posts from Facebook, you have a tweet back that goes back to your blog. It all comes back to your blog, which then you have the most control over. The social media is like Facebook, Google. You don't have control over that. That's just a platform that, this is fully customizable. Remember, articles, videos, pictures. Also, you can get your message to your core audience. This is food trucks. They can be a sandwich shop. It can be, maybe you just bought a local chain restaurant. Different ways that any traditional business would need a blog. Running specials. We are a grand opening. Grocery stores. Why we have the best organic selection in town. Check out what we have. And someone watching your blog goes, I didn't know they have organic watermelons. And you just showcase the watermelons. That's such an easy way to continue to update versus some really heavy, thick HTML written website where the owner of the restaurant or the store wants an update. They have to call the designer, call the programmer, I want to add this. No, with the blog, it's as easy as you go in, type, review it, publish. That's it. And it's so easy so much that in a blog, you can type, embed your stuff, put your pictures and your videos and go, I want to schedule this for release next week because this week I'm on vacation. Many different powerful tools in a blog. You don't need an army of people to maintain it, and it is a website. So with this, we've defined what is a blog, why you use it, and who should use it, many traditional types, many internet types, and I especially love the causes, the nonprofits. Everyone should be using a blog. There's really no excuse. It's super simple to use. The message is still the same, but it's easier to be found. Google, Bing, Yahoo, they want to give you more traffic. They want to give you more eyeballs, more people searching for your information. A blog is a perfect way because it's constantly being updated. Like a web blog, it's constantly being updated, and the more content you have, the better chances of one of those pieces of content will be found by your target audience. This is a fantastic way to connect. My name is Lawrence Tam. See you in the next one.